What's going on, guys? It's Nick from DMG Lacrosse, and today I'm doing a little video outside on the porch. Got some really nice weather, and so I got the sunglasses on, got the flip-flops, and my favorite Laxbro shorts. But I'm going to show you the video that I'm about to do, which is my final take on the Epoch Hawk and the Epoch Dragonfly as a combo together. I know I did a bunch of different single videos on what I thought of the head originally without the shaft. I know I did a few with just the shaft and a regular stick of some of the other alloys that I got over there, the Lakota, CEO, the Optic, and some of the other alloy shafts. And originally I had the Optic on the Dragonfly, and I was messing around with that, and for the past couple of weeks actually switched over to this, and a lot of great things to say about it. If I had to give it an overall grade before I even stopped talking about it, it's a 9.5 out of 10. This thing has been gone through so much R&D that you guys would probably not even understand. The head has been not only on the website for about 2 years before it was even released, but when you add that with the perfection of a shaft that's been on the market now as one of the top sellers, they can't even keep these in stores because they go so fast. And it's not just because of advertisement, it's because that they really change people's games. This is a flex IQ of 8, so this has a lot of snap on it. I don't shoot a powerful shot like some of you guys ripping 90 and close to 100 maybe, and my shot's around 75, and I'm content with that. That's okay. I'm not a really big guy, but anyways, there's just, like I said, there's so much good stuff. I'll start with the shaft. When I first got it, I figured, do I tape it? Should I not tape it? Had a couple inquiries into that, so I just felt as though, hey, why not just tape, the bottom section like I tape all mine, and see if that makes any difference. But honestly, the grip on these things is, man, it's nice sandblast finish that feels like it's just never gonna come off. Epic did a great job of simplifying the new MMX5 shafts. They also they took off the bold logos that were in the middle, made it more simplified, and gave it a nice matte black, glossy black finish. And these things, like I said before, retail around $130 to $145. Available on about all the lacrosse websites, SportsStop, Lax.com, and all those different cool things. And being part of the 382 crew is even better because you get to be part of a team that has a bunch of people, and we all give each other feedback, and you get to experience some cool stuff in the mail, and you get to apply it to your stuff. So let's talk about the head. I've talked about it a few times. Obviously non-offset, that's the first thing you notice. Big flat scoop at the top. It gets very narrow at the bottom and very wide and thick at the top, as you notice for the high pocket design that they go for the head. But what I like to do is when I strung it and unstrung it, restrung it, unstrung it, did it about 20 times, not gonna lie, I came to the conclusion of just putting a very shifty pocket in it, so that when I have it in one hand, it's down bottom, and since there's less plastic and you don't really have too much offset, kind of leans back a little bit, but since you have less plastic down there, you have so much control one-handed, and you don't get that with a lot of other sticks. And then when you go back to crank and do a real shot, it just it puts it, to me, it actually improved my form. It actually put it into, how do I say this, put it into perspective. It put it into, when I went back for a shot, I know that you're gonna laugh at me for making a goof in this video, but when I went to shoot with this stick as opposed to the alloys, when I planted my foot, this thing, the ball was already ready to fire out of the stick, But once I took my second and third and fourth, fifth, and so on shots, the reload technology, which is probably my favorite, that you know, and the what was I going to say? The reload technology allows the ball, obviously, to excuse me, not the ball, allows the shaft to return to the original shape as well as the head, so it's not going to warp. Which sometimes you get with some of the other sticks on the market. You know, you start messing around with them for a while, and they don't really look the same. But to me, I just in love with it. Like I said, you know, there's so many things that I could talk about. But again, it's definitely a winner. You know, if you were just to give it a chance, I know it might not look the greatest, but when it comes to lacrosse, it's what works and what throws. What really comes down to. So I challenge all of you guys to go either on sportstop.com, which I know they have a 30-day guarantee of all their sticks. You can pick up a Dragonfly, pick up a Hawk, put it together, string it up with some water, throw it out, and if you don't like it, you return it for another stick, but I guarantee you won't dislike it. It's a ground ball machine, that's another feature. Absolutely flat scoop. I love the ground balls in this stick. You know, you just pinch them right back, they come right back on. And even if you're not gonna, you know, you're gonna walk the dog a little bit before you get to the net, try to do a few fakes, whatnot, you can do those. Since most of the energy is put towards the top of the head, like I said, you have a lot of flexibility to do stuff with the bottom of it. You can utilize the bottom for a lot of one-handed stuff, and then once the ball gets to the top, say goodbye, because it's ready to load up and get out of there. There's so many videos where you can actually see the shaft flexing very back. This one's an 8 flex. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Like I said, I'm not really the fastest shot guy, so I don't really need a stiff flex shaft. I probably wouldn't do anything for me, but going from this to back to alloys it's difficult. You know, you start to throw around with this, and then you go back to an alloy, and you miss the net. But you know, that's just my take, and I think, like I said, I think Epoch did a really great job as far as, you know, putting, you know, this whole combo together, and, you know, designing a shaft around the head and the shaft around the head around the shaft. But yeah, some of the other notes that I noticed about this stick, as opposed to some of the other ones on the market, is that on the top you might not have as many big holes as some of the other ones, but you can get 3 in there. It's not really much of a big deal. I pulled it down pretty tight, kind of bunched it up in the middle and just put a little small bottom string in there. But yeah, just shooting around with it, picking it up, shooting it, picking it, shooting it, and just got some really great results. Couldn't ask for anything more. So in conclusion, I just have to say that, you know, thank you to Epoch for making such a wonderful tool so I can add to my arsenal. Not only just the head, but the shaft as well, because it works great on the other heads as well. You know, you can really make something great. If you're not a fan of the Hawk, and you just don't like it by the looks, or you just don't want to deal with it, or you might have seen one and you're not feeling it. If you already haven't made up your mind to just grab the shaft already, you really should. It's just one of a kind. Very much a beautiful piece of equipment. You know, a lot of points on this. Graphic notes, very simplified. Not really much, you know, going on. Nice neon green going through the top. Epoch logo, of course. They took out the boldness of the old Dragonfly, the old Gen 4s, and they just made it more simplified. So, but the best thing that I like about this shaft, as opposed to the reload technology, is the grip. I feel as though that sometimes I don't even realize I'm on tape or if I'm on the shaft, because it has that perfect sandy finish that sometimes you get from just going up and down on the shaft and up and down on the without tape, without tape. Sometimes I don't even realize the transition until I hit that piece of electrical tape that's right here. That's the only thing that tells me that I'm going down. But nonetheless, I love it. It's an absolute beast. It comes in all different versions, as you guys know, different grips to utilize to fit your needs. They also come in defense length. So if you're a pole and you like to throw out some nice checks and you want to try something different, you like to take some shots, long stick midfielder, buy one. I mean, they're absolutely incredible. They even have a face-off edition where you get a motorcycle grip at the top and then it teardrops down at the bottom. I mean, how cool is that? It's just unbelievable. I think it's so cool. So yeah, what else can I say about this that I had not already said already? Sometimes it might be a little bit hard at first to string up, but it strings once you get a good pocket out of it. It'll work for you. This is just how I like it, 2 straights. That's it. It doesn't hold the ball. Well, it does with the otter, but a normal mesh, I guess, would probably just fall right out. But with this one, it just seems that whenever I load up to shoot, I always know where the ball is, and that's important to a lacrosse player. I really think it is. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this final review. Of course, I'm going to be playing around with this a lot more and definitely testing, how the Hawk performs on, some of the other alloy shafts that I got over there, and doing some other reviews and whatnot. But thanks to Epoch for sending the 382 Crew t-shirt out to me today. That was really nice. Appreciate that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully if you haven't already picked up a Hawk, you definitely should, because it is a very great tool and it's just a lot of fun. That's the motto of Epoch: live, play, be. Just have fun with it. Do your thing. String it up how you want. Do your thing. If you don't have the money to purchase the otter mesh, or you don't, just put your own mesh in it and go to town. But before you give it your initial review, or you give it your final review, I suggest you try taking a bunch of shots on net and just putting the looks of the head aside. Just if you have to blindfold yourself, do it. Yeah, you might miss the cage shooting, but just put a ball in it and just run around in a circle and cradle, start doing some dodging, drills, and you're gonna really feel that when you have it one-handed, you have so much control, and that when you're on the field and you're around the net, that when you're ready to take an outside shot, oh my God, it is just so unbelievable. You get that snap off that shot. You just know where that ball is going every time. That's the most important factor as far as shooting that I learned, that I picked up throughout the way. Knowing where the ball is going to go. And with some of the other alloy shafts and some of the other heads that I've strung in the past, I haven't gotten that. And with this stick, I have. And I'm very blessed to have that. So, again, thank you to Epoch Lacrosse for letting and allowing me to be a part of the 382 crew, for one, and also for sending out these great products that I know are going to be winners as far as sales and as far as people using. I know they're going to get a lot of play out of them. So, in conclusion, if you have a Dragonfly already, go and pick up a Hawk. If you have a Hawk already, pick up a Dragonfly, because when you put one on an alloy shaft, if you put the head on an alloy shaft, or if you have a Dragonfly and you put a regular head on it, it's gonna make a difference. And as far as your shooting, but with the two technologies put together, that's when you truly know what's going on. So that's just my view of it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always email me, dmg1at@gmail.com. Throw some comments below on what you guys think of your setup, if you guys use the Dragonfly and the Hawk. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully you enjoyed the vid and the stick. looking great. Shoots great, holds great, everything is just wonderful about this stick. So, alright guys, we'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the day, enjoy the weather. Live, play, be. Peace.